Bueno, este vídeo documentando va a ser un poco diferente porque me apetece hablar en inglés. Como dato curioso, mi mente piensa en inglés, entonces yo voy traduciendo lo que pienso en inglés para decirlo en español. Sí que es verdad que hay días que pienso en español, pero como dato curioso, por si no me conocíais, mi mente piensa en inglés. Y hoy me apetece hablar en inglés. Entonces, recomendación, poner subtítulos en español si no habláis en inglés, y si habláis inglés, just enjoy the show. But the thing is, today is Wednesday and I'm running an ultra marathon this Saturday. It's gonna be an ultra marathon of 105 kilometers, which is freaking insane. I mean, I don't even know how to describe in words how much I'm gonna suffer for about 27 hours. However, I am a bit scared about this race for one reason. The main reason is because this is the hardest race I've ever run. I mean, the hardest race I thought was the hardest one was the one I ran 2 years ago, which was 100 kilometers Ultra Pirineo. But it wasn't the hardest one actually. The one of 80 kilometers was harder because in Andorra the terrain, the mountainous terrain is, I mean, very rough. It's very rough for your feet, for your legs, for everything. So that is the one thing that concerns me though. And I'm not really scared about the physical part because I know how to handle the pain and I know how to convince myself and remind myself that I can do it. I mean, I just need to put one foot in front of the other and go and go and go. Remind myself that the pain, when I feel a lot of pain, which will come both emotionally, physically and even mentally, I just need to remind myself that this too shall pass, which is a sentence I love. But this time, I don't feel the same. I mean, I don't feel like I'm the same person I was 1 year ago, which I know it sounds funny because we never really feel the same a year back and a year forward. But it's as if before I felt like I had something to prove, not only to myself, but to the world, as if, okay, I might be nobody, but I am able to run this race, but I am able to do this fucking scary shit that most of the people cannot do. And that is a thought that I had for a long time, trying to prove to someone who the fuck I am. And I was focusing it all wrong because I don't need to prove to anybody shit. I just need to prove it to myself. And last month we did over 100k cash, which is a shit ton of money. And it's as if I've already proven to myself what I'm capable of, and I'm scared a bit or a bit concerned about the fact that I might not handle the race as well as I could because I don't feel that I need to prove to anyone nothing anymore. So I'm trying to find these days a different kind of motivation, a different kind of reason to get over with the race, to finish the race. Because I know that I can do it and I know that in the end it's all in my head. Everything is in my head. And as long as I know how to handle that, everything is gonna be fine. And so one of the main motivations and one of the main reasons that I'm gonna continue repeating myself before the race is this one. And I wanna I wanna show this to you guys, to the ones that are actually listening to this, even though I'm talking in English, which is a completely different kind of language. But I don't know, today I wanted to vent in English. So let's do it. And the thing is, just listen to this video, listen to this reel.
I'm 50 years old. I'll be 51 in February. My life, if I were to take the first 10 years, from 20 to 30, I learned a lot. All I've done with these races is I condensed 10 years into 80 some hours. The highs and lows you experience in a race like this, man, it gives you a lifetime of fucking knowledge. And people get it all fucking twisted. They don't understand it. And that's fine. But these people aren't trying to win the race. Some are. These people are here trying to find themselves. And the answers they get on the other side of this journey, they can only get by doing some shit like this. Suffering, my friend, suffering makes you fucking a very knowledgeable person. I'm 50 years old.
And so what David Goggins is saying that most of the people that run long distance endurance races, they're not there to win the race, because I'm not there to win the race. I'm not even trained to do that. I could not. Right now I couldn't. But we do these races to try to find ourselves. And that is, I think, one of the main thoughts I will continuously have during all of those hours that I'll have to endure. Because it is true in a way that these races, they're so rough and they're so hard for the body and for the mind that you drain yourself out emotionally. But draining yourself this much emotionally leads to one thing, which is having a very tough character and being able to then confront situations in life that otherwise you wouldn't be able to do, because you wouldn't know how to handle that emotionally. But these races, they do give you this emotional pinpoint where you're actually able to realize what you're made of, what you're capable of, and how you can handle that in a race, so that then you can handle that in your life. So yeah, it's gonna be rough, and I'm quite aware of that. It's gonna be a lot of hours. I've never run for more than 25 hours. The last race, the last 100K race I did, which I repeat this October, I was there for almost 25 hours, 24 hours and something. And I remember at the 23rd hour, almost falling asleep while I was walking. It's that rough. So perhaps I will even take a 10 or 15-minute nap. God knows. And also, an interesting thing that happened today is that the organization of the race sent me an email. This is the email. If anyone wants to read it, you can read it. But pretty much they're inviting me for an interview. And you know, the funny thing about this is that not the fact of the interview, but 2 years ago when I hopped on the challenge of running an ultramarathon, my first big ultramarathon, I ran 45 kilometers when I was 17, but then 2 years ago when I was 21, I ran 80 kilometers, the same race, but instead of 105, 80 kilometers, and I knew that I was the youngest woman, because there weren't a lot of women, and I even almost got to the finish line in the top 10, because I think I was the 11th. And so the interesting thing about that is that year, I would have loved for someone to interview me. I was like, shit, how come the organization is interviewing these women, which their story is already interesting? Why can't they interview me as well? But now, 2 years later, when I do receive the email for them to interview me for the race, and actually in the email it says before and after the race, I'm not that excited. It's as if I'm already normalizing that this is the norm, that the life I'm made of, the life I'm built for, is this kind of life where I get invited to this kind of things, because I know what I'm building, I know the person I'm becoming, I know how hard am I working on myself every single day. So I know for a fact and with complete certainty that this is supposed to happen. But 2 years ago, 2 years prior to this, I did not. I thought that I had to, I don't know what the fuck did I have to do for somebody to interview me, but now it's as if it's normal. It's my normality now. It's my current life, and this is how it should be. But 2 years ago, I didn't think that. I always was trying to, I was always trying to do something so that people could see me. But now I don't need that. But now I've already proved to myself what I'm capable of, and I think I've proved even to the world for a fact what am I capable of, because I'm revolutionizing a market, the Spanish market itself. And I'm really proud of that, because not a lot of people can do that. And I remember when I started on this journey 2 years ago, I was scared shitless because I did not find any women that were doing the content that I wanted to do. None in the Spanish market. In the English market, there was Leila Hormozi, and there was a lot of other creators, women that are amazing. But I didn't find anybody in the Spanish market that I resonated with that were women and that were creating the content that I wanted to create for my brand as well. So that is actually something that moves me a lot these days, because I'm realizing how far I've come thanks to not giving up. And I think this is the complete mindset that I'm gonna apply in this race as well. Because I think it's one of the key things that will lead me to cross that finish line, because there is no possibility that I'm not crossing that finish line on Sunday. There is no fucking possibility where I'm not crossing that finish line. There is no possibility for that, none at all. So I will have to try to do my best, because this year I do have two contingencies which I didn't have last year nor 2 years ago, which is that my stomach is not at 100% because I was in Morocco 2 weeks ago and I ate something that felt really bad and my stomach is not at 100%. There's still some food that I still don't know which one it is. I'm eating chicken with rice nowadays. That doesn't sit well with me, well with my stomach pretty much. And also my right ankle isn't at its 100% either, because I ran a marathon 2 weeks ago that I had to finish at kilometer 30. I did not cross the finish line because I hurt myself. I fell at a certain point and I hurt my ankle, my right ankle. So it is not at 100% either. Oh, sorry. But yeah, pretty much this is my update. This month, I'm also being very ambitious because I want to close the month at over 100K as well. And now I'm not going down 6-figure month. This cannot happen. I have the systems, I have the products, everything is so structured in a way that I do not need any more hours. I just need more volume and more people to trust me, and that is going to be my main goal. And as one of my mentors always says, if I'm involved with my clients, if I'm involved with my business, and if I'm there for them, they're always going to be there and the results are going to come because I'm going to make sure that they come. So this is my main mentality. And well, thank you to everybody that's listened to this in English, because it's completely different to what I'm used to do. But as a fun fact, before finishing this documented video, I want you guys to know that in 2020, when COVID struck, I created a TikTok account, which now is hidden. I mean, you can search for it if you find it, but let me show it to you because I have it here. Where what I did was I started posting content in English. And I grew the account to over 350,000 followers, but then I let it die because I was 17 years old and I had no fucking clue what was I doing. This is the account for those that you don't know. It has 320,000 followers. It's insane. I posted so much content you cannot imagine. Most of the content is private though, so you're not going to be able to see it. But either way, the most interesting part about this is that, why was I talking about this? I don't remember. Oh yeah, that I started posting content in English. So back then I didn't know how to monetize it. I didn't know how to do shit. Now I know. And this time I started posting content in Spanish. And when I started doing that, I had to switch my brain completely to learn how to communicate well in Spanish, because I did not know how to do that at all. Like my first videos suck if you see them. So yeah, if you would like more English documenting videos, let me know in the comments, I guess. I think probably only 10 people are gonna watch this, but still, let me know in the comments, guys. And I'll let you know how does the race go. I have good expectations because I know I'm very tough mentally, and I'm gonna do my best, and I'm gonna make sure that I do cross that finish line and that I get the medal, and that I prove to myself once again what I'm capable of, and that no challenge, no hard challenge in life will ever beat me unless I decide to. Bye bye everybody, and thank you for listening. Gracias por escuchar en inglés.